you guys can hear me. Keep the camera switch on, please. Mohammed Noor Netum Kisara, switch on the camera. Netum, darling, please remove the virtual background. Putta. Hi, Aditya. Shanela, remove the virtual background, please. Sanu, Jenuli, Farah, Sheshan, Nil Netu, Subetshika, Ayandi. Right. Where is Sarah? Sarah. Farah is there. Where is Sarah? Kisara, Januli, Arita. Right. Today what do we have? What do we have? Farah? What do we have? Nilnitu, can you hear me? Ado alage presentations neither?
Yes, teacher.
Today you guys want to do your presentation. Right. Who is the volunteer? Raise your hand, any volunteers? Fateh, can you switch on this fan? I'm trying to switch it on and it is starting to rotate. Oh no, it's on. Just because of you maybe. I was trying to switch it on. I couldn't do that. Right. Okay, volunteer. Tisha, I'll take first. Madam, I am new to the paper revision class. Mohammed Noor, are you attending my theory class?
Yes, madam.
Yes. So the theory class, what we learn from the theory class, today you guys are going to do the presentation. Not every revision class or this writing practice class is going to about presentation. Sometimes we have the presentation, sometimes we discuss the paper, sometimes we do MCQ questions, right? It's a combination of the activities. But Friday, only the explanation. Today only I joined the paper class as the first day. Yes, Farah, paper class is combined with the theory class. If you attend my last theory class, during my theory class, I strongly told you, you have to do your presentation. Right? I told you my expectation. Right? I told you how hard I prepare the content and the same dedication I am expecting from you. Did I mention that one or not? Did I mention that?
Yes,
Say,
teacher.
yes. Don't type, just tell me. Yes. Unmute yourself and tell me. Yes, right? So, this is my first day of attending revision class. It is not an excuse. I think that if you are typing that, expecting an excuse, I won't allow. Otherwise, if you want to tell that teacher, I joined your theory class and I was bit interest, madam, the presentation is on my mother's lap. I made everything on Friday. Yeah, okay. Right, where is your mother? Mohammed Noor.
She's at work, madam.
She's at home. Where are
Can I do it
you?
on Friday? At work, madam.
Huh?
At work.
She's at work. You are at home.
Yes, madam.
Okay. Give her a phone call and ask her to send that presentation. Ask her to email that presentation to you. Very simple.
No, madam, I'm doing it on a phone, madam. I don't have the PowerPoint. Can I do it on Friday?
Yeah, switch off your camera. Go and give a phone call to her and ask her to send the PowerPoint. Okay, you can take even 15 minutes because until others do their presentation, I will come to you sharp 7:30. Right? You have 1 and 15 minutes, 1 hour and 15 minutes to contact your mother, ask her to send you an email, download it to your machines and arrange everything. I'll give you 1 and 15, 1 hour, 15 minutes, right? Sharp 7:30, I'll call your name. Shanela, you ready, Puta?
Yes, teacher.
Yes, I'm happy about that. Let me. Oof. මට විනාඩියක් දෙන්න. යාදව්ගේ වැඩේ ආලෝක සර්ගේ ෆොටෝස් තියාගෙන මොනවා හරි විකාරයක් කරන එකම මගේ පුතා I myself right මම බැලුවා කවුද මේ දැන් ජොයින් වෙන්නේ කියලා. So Shanela, are you going to share any presentation?
Yes, teacher.
Okay. Now you can. Now you can share. Farewell.
Good evening, everyone. Today I'll be talking about the poem Farewell to Barn, Stack and Tree, which is by A. Housman. So before we move to the poem, let's look a little about the author A. Housman. So his full term is Alfred Edward Housman. He was an English classical scholar and a poet. And he was born on March 26, 1859 in Falkbury. And he's the eldest son of 7 children of Edward Housman, a solicitor, and Sarah Jane Housman. So then let's move to the poem. Farewell to barn, stack and tree. Farewell to Seven Shore. Terence, look your last at me, for I come home no more. The sun burns on the half-mown hill. By now the blood is dried, and Morris among the hay lies still, and my knife is in his side. My mother thinks us long away. 'Tis time the field were mown. She had 2 sons at rising day. Tonight she'll be alone. And here's a bloody hand to shake. And oh man, here's goodbye. We'll sweat no more on scythe and rake. My bloody hands and I wish you strength to bring your pride, and a love to keep you clean. And I wish you luck, come Lammerstide, at racing on the green. Long for me the rick will wait, and long will wait the fold, and long will start the empty plate, and dinner will be cold. So this poem is about a farewell confession. So it tells us that a young man has killed his brother Morris in a fight. So he knows he can't go home again. So he says goodbye to his friend Terence, to his mother, and to the countryside. And he wishes Terence well, but accepts that his own life is ruined. So the poem is hard hinting the guilt, leave taking, and loss. So through the imagery of this simplicity and direct speech, the speaker reveals his guilt at killing his brother and accepts that he will never get to return home. So this refrain of farewell, the imaginary of bloody hands, as well as the contrast between the seemingly ordinary life on the farm and the eruption of bloodshed. So all these point to the same tragedy of lost youth and shattered family ties. Finally, however, the poem indicates how the single instance of bloodshed leads to the destruction of a murderer, as well as his brother, his mother, and his community. So, this poem teaches us that uncontrolled anger and violence can destroy family bonds, leaving only regret and loneliness. So, let's watch a little video.
Farewell to Barn and Stack and Tree by A. Houseman. This poignant and dark narrative delves into themes of
Yes,
farewell,
can you hear?
Yes. Yes.
guilt, and inevitable consequence. The poem opens with a sorrowful farewell to familiar rural elements. Farewell to barn and stack and tree, farewell to Severn Shore. Terence, look your last at me, for I come home no more. The speaker's departure is final, suggesting an irreversible situation. This sets a somber tone, indicating something grave has occurred. Next, the reason for the departure is revealed. The sun burns on the half-mown hill, by now the blood is dried, and Maurice amongst the hay lies still and my knife is in his side. The contrast between the serene, sunlit hill and the violent act emphasizes the shocking intrusion of death into a peaceful setting. In the third stanza, the speaker reflects on the impending loneliness of their mother. My mother thinks us long away. 'Tis time the field were mown. She had 2 sons at rising day. Tonight she'll be alone. This highlights the devastating impact of the speaker's actions on their family, evoking deep empathy. The speaker offers a figurative bloody hand to shake in farewell. And here's a bloody hand to shake, and oh, man, here's goodbye. We'll sweat no more on scythe and rake, my bloody hands and I. The end of labor and camaraderie, now tainted by blood, on the finality of the speaker's crime. Despite the grim context, the speaker expresses genuine wishes for Terence's future. I wish you strength to bring you pride, and a love to keep you clean, and I wish you luck, come Lamistide, at racing on the green. The mention of Lamistide, a traditional harvest festival, ties back to their rural life, adding irony to the farewell. The final stanza evokes the emptiness left behind. Long for me the rick will wait, and long will wait the fold, and long will stand the empty plate, and dinner will be cold. The waiting rick, fold, empty plate, and cold dinner symbolize the lasting impact of the speaker's departure. Now, let's delve into the themes. First, guilt and consequence. The poem centers on the speaker's sense of guilt and the irreversible consequences of their actions. Second, farewell and loss. The repeated farewells emphasize the depth of the speaker's departure and the profound sense of loss. Third, rural life and disruption. Houseman juxtaposes the serene imagery of rural life with the violent act, highlighting the disruption of peace. Lastly, irony and futility. The speaker's well wishes for Terence are tinged with irony, and the waiting rick and cold dinner on the futility and permanence of the speaker's absence. Farewell to Barn and Stack and Tree by A. Houseman is a haunting reflection on farewell, guilt, and the irreversible nature of certain actions. Through vivid imagery and a poignant narrative, Houseman captures the profound impact of a single violent act on both the individual and their surroundings. This poem serves as a powerful reminder of the far-reaching consequences of our actions.
Thank you all. Hope you all learned something.
Is that all, Shanella?
Yes, teacher.
Okay, Shanela, this is the thing, right? This is the thing. There are few things you should not repeat while you are doing your presentation hereafter, right? The first thing is, I'll ask you one question from you. I'm about to teach you a poem, right? I'm about to teach you a poem. So I can get a very effective YouTube link and display on screen. Will you enjoy my explanation? What I do today, I'm going to start the poem Farewell to Barn and Stack and Tree. Putha, here, watch this link. Through this poem, through this explanation, you will see how nicely she explained the poem. Will you attend my class hereafter? I continue this one 2-3 weeks. I explain 2-3 poems, and you understand this lady is super lazy. Why should I attend her class? I will go to the YouTube and watch the video by myself. Yes or no? Yes or no?
Yes, teacher.
So, while we are doing a presentation, it's okay to add a video from YouTube. Not more, not lengthier than 2 to 5 seconds. 5 seconds is okay. Not more than that, because this presentation I give you to show your talent. I don't want to listen to the YouTuber who explained the video. I want to see whether you guys have understood the poem and you have done researches about the poem. Whether you have collect lot of information, lot of points about the poem. That's what I am going to do. So I will not get it through a YouTube link. Second one, when you choose a YouTube link, you have to be very careful. That link should be related to the poem. What you showed on screen, the picture has no connectivity to the poem. Yes or no? Yes or no? Have you watched the background? Other people tell me, Farah, did you see anything related to the poem? Only the text was related, but the pictures were totally different. So some people can think teacher taught us something else about this poem, but here pictures are totally different. So you are giving confusion to the content even. Yes or no? Huh? Didn't anybody get that picture? කාටවත් හිතුන්නේ නැද්ද? මේ poem එකට වෙන දෙයක් නේ කියන්නේ. Teach අපිට ඉගෙනුවේ වෙන දෙයක් නේ. Didn't you get that one? අනිත් outside එකේ කවුරු හරි කියන්න මට. Teacher මට එහෙම හිතුණා. I was thinking in that way. We learned something and the video is talking about something else. Didn't you get that? අත උසලා කියන්න බෑ. එක්කෙනෙකුටත් එහෙම හිතුන්නේ නැහැ. කාටවත් එහෙම හිතලා නැහැ. That's okay, but මට හිතුණා මම උගන්වපු දේ මේ totally different picture එකක් නෙමේකි තියෙන්නේ කියලා. එතකොට අපි share කරන content එක related ද කියලා අපි බලලා දෙන්න පුළුවන්. ඒ කියන්නේ මේ වීඩියෝ එකෙන් සෑහෙන ලොකු message එකක් audience එකට දෙන්න පුළුවන් නම් විතරයි වීඩියෝ එකක් share කරන්නේ. ඒකත් විනාඩියක්වත් ගන්න එපා. තප්පර 5ක් 10ක් අතර චූටි වීඩියෝ ක්ලිප් එකක් විතරක් වීව් කරන්න. අර චුට්ටක් අර අපි කතා කරන එකේ පොඩි කලර් එකක් ඇඩ් කරන්න. එහෙම නැතුව I am expecting you guys to speak throughout your 2 minutes. 2 to 3 minutes. 2 minutes to 3 minutes ඔයාලා allocate එකේ මට ඕනේ සම්පූර්ණයෙන් පුතාලා කතා කරන්න. මට විනාඩියක් දෙන්න. ඊළඟට කවුද? Okay පුතේ? Right. So Shanela මම ඉස්සලම නෙගටිව් ටික කියනවා. හරිද? ඒ මාගේ කරමු. මම හොඳ ටික කියලා නෙගටිව් කියන්නේ මම ඉස්සලම නෙගටිව් තමයි කියන්නේ. ඊට පස්සේ මම මගේ positive points වලින් second one එක මොකක්ද හිතන්නේ? first one එක වීඩියෝ එකක් use කරන්න එපා. lengthy videos දාන්න එපා. අනිත් එක
Teacher, the volume is low.
Yes, teacher.
Okay. හරිද පුතේ? videos share කරන්න එපා. Sorry? No, green one. Right? Don't share videos. If you really want to share a video, it should be that effective and not long than 10 seconds. What you shared last week, amazing. I told, right? I tried hard to display that on screen because I know it was an effective one. දැන් ඒ තීෂමනේ අද කියන්නේ කරන්න එපා කියලා. එදා එකේ පොසිටිව් තිබුණා. හරිම effective තියෙනවා. මම ඒක appreciate කරා. හැබැයි අද ඒක related නෑ. දිග වැඩි. එතකොට මම එපා කියනවා. අනිත් එක තමයි පුතාලගේ presentation එක ඇතුලේදී don't repeat the poem. poem එකේ තියෙන stanzas කියන්න එපා. ඇයි කියන්න එපා කියන්නේ ඒ time එක අපරාධ පුතේ. ඒ poem එක මමත් දන්නවා, පුතත් දන්නවා, යාළුවෝ ටිකත් දන්නවා. We have that on the book now. We have explained word by word, right? I want you guys to walk extra mile and bring some new points. දැන් මම ගොඩක් කියලා තියෙනවනේ. මට ඕනේ තව ඔයාලා search කරලා තව details හොයලා deep analyze කරගෙන ඔය poem එක ගැන පුතාලගේ අදහසුත් එළියට දාලා මට කතා කරන්න ඕන. තේරුණා නේද? ඔය දෙන විනාඩි 3 utilize it as a golden opportunity. තේරුණා නේද? දැන් මේ ටීචර් අපි දැන් පටන් ගත්ත විතරනේ අපිට step by step කරමු. මම මේ කියන්නේ step by step කරන්න. No problem. හැබැයි ඒ එක එක step එකේදී කරන වරද repeat කරන්න එපා. තේරුණා නේද? දැන් මට කියන්න පුළුවන් ෂනෙලා that's okay අපි හදාගමු කියන්නේ නැහැ. මම කියන්නේ මොනවද? මේක පුතේ repeat කරන්න එපා. තේරුණානේ? මේක repeat කරන්න එපා. එතකොට ඊළඟ presentation එකේ දැන් මම අද කියන points poem එක කියන්නේ නැහැ. lengthy video share කරන්නේ නැහැ. unrelated videos ගන්නෙ නැහැ. video එකක් ගත්තොත් ඒක බලලා මේක අඩුපාඩු හදලා පුතාලට පුළුවන් මේ ඕක crop කරගන්න. ඕම download කරලා අදාළ කොටස විතරක් crop කරගෙන මෙන්න මෙච්චරයි මට ඕනේ. ඒක crop කරගන්න මේ softwares තියෙනවනේ ඕන තරම්. YouTube එකේ download කරගන්න පුළුවන්. පුතාලට download කරගන්න දන්නේ නැහැ. වීඩියෝ එකක් crop කරගන්න දන්නේ නැත්නම් මට කියන්න මම ක්ලාස් එක ඉවර වෙන්න විනාඩි 2-3ක් තියලා කියලා දෙන්නම්. මෙන්න මෙහෙමයි YouTube එකේ වීඩියෝ එක download කරන්න. මෙන්න මේ software එකෙන් crop කරලා මෙන්න මෙහෙමයි ඕන කොටස save කරලා ගන්න කියලා මම කියලා දෙන්නම්. හරිද? එන්න එහෙම කරන්න. ඊට අමතරව අනිත් දේවල් හැම දෙයක්ම plus තමයි. Right? Shanela, all the other points you have the positive things, right? You have taken the chance for as the first presenter. I should appreciate that one, right? You prepare. I know that always you do extra preparation for your presentation. I have highly appreciate that one, right? Your pronunciation, I love the way you pronounce. Okay, so all those things are positive. Make sure you don't repeat what I mentioned in my list, right Pute? Okay, right. Who is going to take
Okay,
the
teacher.
second?
Thank you, teacher.
You're welcome, Pute. Who is going to be the second presenter? Sheshan. Sheshan is very courageous one. He's somewhat courageous. What about your network connection, Puta? Next, you are going to be the third one. Where is your presentation? Huh? Call your mama and ask her to give my WhatsApp number to her. Ask her to drop a WhatsApp message. So where did you leave that presentation? In? Who is at home? Why did you leave? Where is your home? You came in a bus or by walk? Who? Now he is not at home. Shall I call him and ask? Huh? No, I don't give over chances to do the presentation on Friday. I have told you Fridays for theory only. Because we can't allocate more time, right? We have to utilize the particular time for the particular task. නේද? උයන වෙලාවට උයන්න ඕන, කන වෙලාවට කන්න ඕනේ, පාඩම් කරන වෙලාවට පාඩම් කරන්න ඕනේ, නිදා ගන්න වෙලාවට නිදා ගන්න ඕනේ. නිදා ගන්න වෙලාවට උයන්නයි, පාඩම් කරන වෙලාවට නිදා ගන්නයි ගියාම මුකුත් කරන්නේ නැහැනේ පුතේ. ඒක සාර්ථක නැහැ. එතකොට එන ක්ලාස් එකට එනකොට බලන්න ඕනේ අද මොනවද තියෙන්නේ, මම මොනවද ගෙනියන්න ඕනේ. ඒ දේවල් මේ කරන්න මං කියවනේ excuses වලට එන්න එපා කියලා last week කියවනේ මම. Okay Sheshan, you start with the
Good evening, my dear teacher.
houseman මෙතන spelling mistake. දැන් හිතන්න exam එකේදී ඔක්කොම හරි. name writer ගේ name එක වැරදි නම් 0 marks, half mark system නැහැ. context type question එකේ poem එකේ name අහලා writer ගේ name අහනවනේ. name එකේ එක letter එකක් වැරදි නම් 0 marks. තේරුණානේ? houseman පුතයා. Okay, go ahead with that.
Good evening, my dear teacher and my dear friends. Today I came here to deliver presentation on the topic of Farewell to Barn and Stack Country by A.E. Houseman. Emotions are certain states of mind that people experience. Not being able to control anger, sadness, pain is a weakness of humans. We cannot control our emotions. Let's make sure that we don't make irreversible mistakes. Farewell to Barn and Stack Country is a poem which mainly highlights sudden impulsive decisions. A. Houseman was an English poet and a scholar. He is the best known for his poetry collection of Shawshai Lad, in which this poem appears. His poem often talk about rural life, friendship, loss, death, and the sad realities of life. Houseman's language is simple, but his ideas are deep and emotional. Summary of this poem. First stanza. In this stanza, the speaker is saying a final goodbye to countryside where he has lived and worked. The barn, stack, tree, and the seventh shore represent his home. By asking Terence to look at him for the last time, the speaker shows that he is full aware that his life has changed forever. He knows he will never return home, suggesting punishment or death. The tone is sad and serious, showing acceptance of his fate. The second stanza. Here the poet reveals the reason for this farewell. Morris has been killed, and the speaker himself is responsible. The peaceful setting of the sun and field contrast sharply with the violence of murder, making the scenes more shocking. The dried blood suggests that some time has passed, giving the speaker time to realize the seriousness of his action. This stanza is more important because it shows the moment that destroys the speaker's life. Third stanza. The speaker now thinks about his mother, who is unaware of the tragedy. In the morning, she had 2 sons, but the night she will lose both, one dead and another condemned. This stanza shows the emotional impact of crime on innocent people. It highlights the theme of family loss and increases the sadness of the poem by showing how one act affects many lives. Fourth stanza. In this stanza, the speaker says goodbye to the friend Terence. The bloody hands shows both literary blood and moral guilty. The speaker knows he will never again share farm work or daily life with his friends. This moment shows final separation and the regret.
Recording stopped.
The tone is deeply
Recording
emotional.
in progress.
The tone is deeply emotional as the speaker accepts that his normal work in life has ended forever. Despite his own tragic situation, the speaker kindly wishes his friend a good life. He hopes Terence will have strength, love, and success. Lamastide Harvest Festival suggests the continuation of normal village life. This stanza contrasts the friend's hope future with the speaker's hopeless fate, making the speaker's loss more painful. Sixth stanza. In the final stanza, the speaker imagines the effect of his absence at home. The farm work will remain unfinished and his place at the dinner table will empty. The cold dinner symbolizes death and permanent absence. This stanza powerfully ends the poem by showing how the speaker will remember only through what is missing. Themes of this poem: loss and separation. The poem strongly focuses on the idea of permanent separation. The speaker is forced to leave his home, his friends, and his family forever. This separation is not temporary, it is final and painful. Guilty and responsibility. The speaker openly accepts responsibility for the crime he has committed. He does not try to hide or excuse his actions. His guilt is shown through the repeated reference to blood. Violence destroyed peaceful life. The poem shows how one act of violence destroys a simple and peaceful rural life. The calm countryside is sharply contrasted with murder and bloodshed. Family love and suffering. The speaker thinks about his mother and realizes the pain she will suffer. This theme shows how innocent family members are affected by one person's action. Fate and consequence. The speaker accepts his fate and understands that his action has permanent sequence. He knows his future is already decided. Rural life and its loss. The poem reflects traditional rural farming, harvest, and village customs. The speaker's farewell shows the loss of simple life forever. Friendship. The speaker has shares a deep bond with Terence. His final words are full of care, good wishes, and affection, showing the importance of friendship. Literary devices used in this poem: imagery, symbolism, alliteration, contrast, and repetition. Imagery. Use of descriptive language to create pictures in the reader's mind. Example, the sun burns on the half-moon hill. Symbolism. When an object represents a deeper meanings. Example, barn, stack, tree, home and peaceful rural life, blood hands, guilty and crime. Alliteration. Repetition of the same starting consonant sound. Bloody hands to shake. Contrast. Showing difference between two ideas. Example, peaceful farm life versus violent murder. Repetition. Repeating words or phrases for emphasis. Example, long will wait, long will wait, long will stand. Thank you for listening. Farewell to Barnstack and Tree is a powerful poem that shows how one violent act can destroy a peaceful life forever. Through simple language and strong images, A. Housman presents themes of loss, guilty, and separation. The poem leaves the reader with a deeper sense of sadness and the heavy consequence of family action. I hope that you could understand my presentation. Thank you for listening.
Thank you so much, Putte. Don't stop the slides. Move forward, Putta. Move forward, backward. Don't forward, backward. The previous slide, show me the previous slide. The slides about the previous one, Putta. Okay, start from the beginning. Play, will you? Okay, right. Second one. Third, okay, right. What I want you guys to do, Ane, please don't do the reading part. Reading part, please don't do. I don't want that. I දන්නවද ලිටරේචර් ක්ලාස් එකේදී පුතාලා රීඩින් කරන්න බැරි දරුවෝ ටිකක් එන්නේ නැහනේ වෙනික. ක්ලාස් එකේ හැම එන්නේ නැහනේ නේද? දුවමනාව එන්නේ නැහනේ. එතකොට මට රීඩින් ඕනේ නැහැ. මට ඕනේ but slight change වෙන්න පුතේ. change කරන්නකෝ. ඊළඟ slide එකට යන්න. Move the other slide darling. Next slide. Okay. If you take this slide, that's okay. First put this you can display this. Okay, you can display the themes. Themes put loss and separation and the guilt and responsibility, violence restoring peaceful life, family love and suffering. If you want, you can add the quotation. This part should be in your own word, not this technical explanations I don't need. අර බුක් එකේ රීඩ් කරලා print කරලා තියනවා වගේ language එකෙන් ඕනේ නැහැ. Loss and separation you can tell throughout this poem, right? The writer says what type of elements he is going to miss. That miss is permanent, that separation is irreversible. That's what he is explaining throughout this poem. This quotation, farewell to barn and stack and tree, for I come home no more. Through this quotation he says that this goodbye is forever. This is the final goodbye. He is going to say goodbye for good. Hereafter he is not going to come back. Because of that reason, loss and separation is purely displayed through this poem. තේරුණාද ශේෂාන්? තේරුණාද?
Yes, teacher.
Yes, Pate. Hereafter, please don't put these kinds of lengthy explanation into your PowerPoint slides. එහෙම කරන්න එපා. එහෙම කරන්න එපා. point එක දාගෙන පුතාට තේරෙන විදිහට explain කරන්න. Grammatical mistake එනවා teacher. No problem. Sometimes I forget some words teacher. No problem. I will help you. වැරදිලා අඩුපාඩුත් එක්කලා පටන් අරගෙන තමයි පුතේ ජර්නි එක යන්න ඕනේ. perfectly මෙහෙම හදලා read කරොත් පුතාලගේ personal improvement එකක් එන්නේ නැහැ. තේරුණාද? මේක කරන්න කාට වුණත් පුළුවන් නේද? presentation එකක් හැදුවා, explanation දැම්මා, read out කරාම ඕකේ මොනවා හරි හදාගන්න පුළුවන්ද? improvement එකක් ඔයාලට එනවද? එනවද ශේෂාන්? නෑනේ. තටම අපි try කරන්න ඕනේ නේ. අපි try කරනකොට ඉස්සෙල්ලාම අමාරුයි. හැබැයි step by step මොකද වෙන්නේ? පුතාලාගේ language එකේ ලොකු improvement එකක් එනවා. මේකෙදි පටන් ගන්න දවසේ ඉඳලා පුතාලා perfectly read කරගෙන කිසිම වරදක් නැතුව කරනවා. හැබැයි කිසිම improvement එකක් පුතාට එන්නේ නැහැ. මට කියන්න පුළුවන් wow perfect you have done a good job. ඇත්තටම කවුරු හරි බලන් හිටියොත් හිතෙනවා හොඳට කරලා තියෙනවා ළමයා හොඳට කරනවානේ කියලා. ඒ වුණාට පුතාට දන්නව නේද ඕකෙන් පුතාගේ ඔළුවට අලුතෙන් දෙයක් ඇඩ් වුන්නේ නැහැ කියලා. ලැන්ග්වේජ් එක මට කතා කරන්න බය නැතුව ගියේ නැහැ කියලා දන්නවනේ. Yes or no? What I am telling is right or wrong?
Yes, teacher.
Yes නේ. එහෙම කරන්න එපා. එහෙම කරාම පුතාලාගේ ඔය මම presentation එක දෙන මගේ අරමුණ සාර්ථක වෙන්නේ නැහැ. මගේ අරමුණ මොනවාද? ඔයාලට කවුරු හරි ඉස්සරහා නැගිටලා presentation එකක් තනියම කරගන්න පුළුවන් වෙන්න ඕන. ඒක හදාගන්න මේ විදිහට read කරලා හදන්න බෑ. පුතාලා try කරලා හදාගන්න ඕන. අපි ඒක වරද්ද හදමු. තේරුණා නේද?
Yes, teacher.
හරි පුතේ හරි. We'll move to the next one. Thank you so much Sheshan. Thank you so much. ඔයා හැමදාම මම දන්නවා ඔයා ආසාවෙන් presentation කරනවා. presentation එක present කරන්න බලාගෙන ඉන්නවා. හරිම උනන්දුවෙන් present කරනවා. මම මේ කියන දේ මට next week එකේ හදලා දෙන්න. හරිද? Next week please arrange these points, right? Please correct these things. මෙන්න මේ points correct කරලා next week එකේ මීට වඩා හොඳ presentation එකක් දෙන්න. හරිද? දැන් අද එකේ මට ඔයාගේ කියන්න අඩුපාඩු නැහැ. ඇයි දන්නවද? language එකේ අඩුපාඩු නැහැ. මොකද reading කරාම ඒකේ මම කොහෙන්ද අඩුපාඩු හොයන්නේ? ඔක මේ මොනවාද කියන්නේ අපිට chat GPT එකේ generate කරනකොට එයාලා grammatical mistake කරන්නේ නැහැ නේ. හරියට points එක ගන්නට දෙනවා. copy කරලා paste කරා read කරනකොට teacher දෙන්න වෙන feedback එකක් නැහැ පුතේ. මට තියෙන එකම feedback එක තමයි පුතා මෙතනට මහන්සියක් ගන්නවා, effort එකක් ගන්නවා, presentation එක හදනවා, present කරන්න ආසාවෙන් බලාගෙන ඉන්නවා, present කරන්න presentation එක කරනවා. ඒවා ඔක්කොම මම highly appreciate කරනවා. 80%ක් හැදිලා ඉවරයි. 80%ක් හරි. ඒ කියන්නේ ඉස්සරහට එන්න බය නැසක නෑනේ. ඒ කියන්නේ 80%ක් හරි. දැන් තියෙන එක තමයි language එක හදාගන්න එක. නේද? ඒකට අපි වැඩ කරමු. හරි. ඊළඟට යනවා මං අයන්දිට. අයන්දී okay. Arita, you are going to be the next person. Be ready. Ayandi, right. Teacher, presentation එකක් හදන එක අනිවාර්යද? අනිවාර්යම නැහැ. මට presentation එකේ තියෙන value එක මට තියෙන value එක 105යි. Presentations මට ඕනේ නැහැ. You don't need the presentation to do the explanation. You explain the poem without the presentation. හරිද? අද මම ඔයාව අනිවාර්යෙන් කරවනවා. poem එක screen එකේ දාලා ඔයා explain කරන්න ඕනේ. මට presentation ඕනේ නැහැ. මට ඕනි ඔයාලගේ explanation. මම ඔය මේ then okay. Then okay. That's more than enough. I don't need the presentation. මම ඔය බාහිර පෙනුමට ආස කරන මිනිස්සෙක් නෙමෙයි. මට ඕනේ core එක. core එක ඇතුළ හදවත හොඳ නැත්නම් කොච්චර ස්මාර්ට් වුණත් වැඩක් නැහැ නේ. ඒ වගේ තමයි. presentation එක මම කරන්න කියන්නේ පොඩ්ඩක් අර ඔයාලට technology එකක් දැනගන්න ඕනනේ. technology එක කොහොමද ඔකට support කරගන්නේ කියන එකටයි presentation එක. මට එහෙම නැතුව ඔය මේ presentation එකට මට වැඩි අවධානයක් මම දෙන්නේ නැහැ. මම අවධානය දෙන්නේ පුතාලා මට කියන points වලට. පුතාලා share කරන points ටිකට. Okay right. Ayandi go ahead. Ayandi is having a bad network connection, I think. Yes, Ayandi network bandwidth is low.
Teacher,
Yes, Pate.
can you see my presentation?
Yes, I can see, but still you are in this way. This is what you can see on screen. This is exactly what we see. Okay.
Good afternoon, all of you. Today I am going to talk about Farewell to Barn and Secondary by A.E. Housman. Agenda, introduction, about the writer, the summary of the poem, literary device, and themes. First, introduction. This is a poem about a brother, a man who killed his own brother and leaving the field and telling farewell to barn, sack, and the tree. Next, I'm going to talk about the writer. A. Housman was born in 26th of May 1859. He died in 13th April 1936. He is a famous classic scholar poet and he wrote 60 poems. For example, the last poem, The Farewell to Barn and Secondary, when I was 1 and 20, and the most fun. Next, I'm going to talk about the summary of the poem. First, in the first stanza, the writer told that he is leaving the farm and giving his farewell to the barn, second tree, and to her friend Terence. And in the next stanza, he told that he did the crime, and he said that the blood is in my hands, the blood is dry, and he said that is his own brother. And in the next stanza, he said the mother will wait for them for the dinner, but they will never come because one of them dead and one of them gone. And and the mother has two sons in the sunrise, and now no one
has two mother, and he worries about what he have done now, and he said that he did it for love, and for the sudden anger, he gives his own punishment to him. Next, I'm going to talk about literary devices. First, I'm going to talk about symbolism. The barn stuck at the tree symbolize the rural life of a farmer, and the bloody hands shows the guilt they can't get, and the cold dinner shows the breaking family members. And next, I'm going to talk about foreshadowing. Foreshadowing means that he said in the poem that I will come home no more. It means he is leaving the field and not coming. That is a foreshadowing. Next, juxtaposition. It means comparing two things, the dead and the pastoral calm. And next, imagery. Imagery means the vivid scenery made in our mind when we read the poem. When we read the poem, we get an image about the dead brother and the waiting of the mom and the cold and the dinner and the cold dinner. And next, I'm going to talk about personifications. In the poem, the poet says that the rich will wait and the poor will wait, but these two are non-human things and they can't wait. So it is a personification. Next, I'm going to talk about metaphor. Metaphor is used to that love to keep you clean. That is a guilt, and that is shows metaphor, and also bloody hands shows the moral sweet. Next, I'm going to talk about the themes of the poems. Irreparable loss and the finance. It means he is leaving the barn, leaving the field. That is irreversible loss and finality. Next, violence shattering, pastoral innocence. It means, for example, in the poem, my knife is on his side, and the sun burns on the half moon hill. The violence means the crime happens to a innocent and a rural man, a farmer. And exile and self-banishment is mean he giving his own punishment to himself by leaving the field without telling anyone. He knows that he has do something wrong, and he getting his punishment by himself. And next one is the indifference of nature to human tragedy. It means because of the human pain, the nature orders would not be changed. It means if someone was killed or someone died, nothing happened to the nature. The nature is still like before. And silence, maternal suffering. These things is showing in the when the poet writing the poet says that the mother will wait, and she has two sons, but now she losing them, and that is silence, maternal suffering. So I think you get a brief understand about the poem. Thank you for listening to my presentation.
Thank you so much, Ayandi. So the others, you can see this is what exactly I am expecting from you, Buddha, right? I am expecting this one because You see, sometimes she's struggling to gather the points, right? Sometimes she find difficult to construct the sentences. That's totally okay. So I understand she is doing herself. It is not she is referring a script and reading it out. I can purely understand, and what that is what I exactly want you guys to do. තටම අමාරුවෙන් කරුණු එකතු කරගෙන අර මේ පොයින්ට්ස් විතරයි දාන්නේ ස්ලයිඩ් එකේ. ස්ලයිඩ් එකක් දානවා නම් ස්ලයිඩ් එකේ තියෙන්නේ only the points. Explanation, give it by yourself. Teacher, what if I make mistake? Go ahead. Welcome. Right? Mistakes will be welcome in my classes. මගේ grammar class එකක් තියෙනවා පුතේ. ඔයාලගේ grade 10 11 ළමයිගේ මගේ grammar class එකේ තියෙනවා. පුතාලා time එක බලලා පුතාලට පුළුවන් නම් join වෙන්න. මම ඔයාලගේ O level paper එක base කරලා තමයි කරන්නේ. ගොඩාක් මම focus කරන්නේ writing part එක. ඔයාලගේ essay writing, notice writing, note writing, graph writing, හරිද? email writing, ඒ වගේ writing part එක තමයි ගොඩාක් focus කරන්නේ. writing part එක හැදුනා නම් grammar හරි නම් අනිත් questions ටික automatically කරන්න පුළුවන්. මම අර ඔයාලගේ paper එකේ තියෙන 16 questions අරගෙන 16 weeks වලට divide කරලා එක එක week එකේ එක එක question එකට අදාළ theory එක කියලා දීලා ඒකට අදාළ තියෙන questions discuss කරලා යන class series එකක් තියෙන්නේ මගේ grammar plus language skill කියලා කරන class එක. අපි තියෙන්නේ කවදද? බදාදා තියෙන්නේ. join වෙලා බලන්න පුතාලට හරියනවද කියලා. සම්පූර්ණ language part එක තමයි cover වෙන්නේ. ඒකෙත් presentations තියෙනවා. හැබැයි මේ වගේ literature වගේ deeply නෙමෙයි. ඔයාලගේ language එක මම හොඳට හදලා දෙනවා. right? The direct indirect speech, active passive, if conditions අන්න ඒ වගේ පොඩක් අමාරුයි හිතන grammar structures ටික active sentence එකේ තියෙන 12 sentence ටික passive එකේ තියෙන 8 sentence structures ටික conjunctions prepositions අන්න ඒව ටික pronouns වල තියෙන variations ටික ඒ වගේ පුංචි දෙයින් පටන් අරගෙන A to Z අපි හිතමු adjectives නම් adjectives කියන්නේ මොකක්ද adjectives එකේ order එක මොකක්ද types of adjectives මොනවද ඒකේ තියෙන variations මොනවද degrees මොනවද ඒ වගේ deeply A වලින් පටන් අරගෙන Z වෙනකන් අරන් යන deep but very basic grammar plus ඔයාලගේ English language paper එක කරන knowledge එක මම deliver කරනවා එක දවසක් join වෙලා බලන්න පුතාලට හරියනවා නම් continue කරන්න. හරි. අපි යමු අරිතට. Next, genuinely be ready. Ayandi, thank you so much. පුතේ අපි දැන් වැඩ කරමු fluency එකට. දැන් අපි පොඩ fluency එක හදාගමු. දවසට at least new words 5ක් ඉගෙන ගන්න. Per day learn at least 5 new words. අලුතෙන් වචන 5ක් ඉගෙන ගන්න. ඒවා by heart කරගන්න.
Excuse me, teacher.
Yes, පුතේ.
When do we have the English class and the time, teacher?
English class for the grade 10 and 11 students.
Yes, teacher.
Wednesday 8 to 10.
Okay, teacher.
Okay. මට මතක නෑ Wednesday 8 to 10 ද 4 to 6 ද කියලා මම බලලා කියන්න. 4 to 6 ද 8 to 10 ද grammar එකක් නැද්ද? ළඟදී කරපු grammar මගේ time table පුතාලත් එක්ක share කරලා තියෙනව නේද? මේක තමයි ප්‍රශ්නේ. ඕන කරාම මේ message එකේ මුකුත් නැහැ. grammar plus තිබල්. grammar plus මේ grammar plus එකේ මේ තියෙන්නේ 10 and 11 Wednesday 4 to 6 පුතේ. මෙන්න මේක ඔයාලට හම්බෙලා තියෙනවා නම් බලන්න. මෙන්න මේක මම ඕනනම් ඔයාලගේ share කරන්නම් group එකේ. right. මෙන්න මේ flyer එකේ තියෙනවා. 10 to 11 4 to 6 තියෙන class එක. ඔයාලා join වෙලා බලන්න. පුතාලට හරියනවද set වෙනවද කියන එක. හරි. Okay Arita, I have to spotlight you. Go ahead.
Okay, teacher. So, good evening, everybody, my dear teacher and my dear friends. Today, I am going to talk about the poem Farewell to Barn and Stack and Tree. Okay, so first of all, I would like to give a brief explanation on the summary of this poem. This poem is related to the speaker's sudden farewell to all the inanimate things which is connected to his nature-loving soul. This story narrates incident of the tragic death of one brother killed by other. The reason is not given directly, but it is just like hinted. They both are farmers from the agricultural farming background. Their mother thinks it's just a delay, but in reality, one is dead and other is leaving the home. However, anyway, we feel sympathetic towards this speaker's farewell as he is saying goodbye for all the inanimate things like the barn, the stack and tree, and also his village servant show, etc. It is all because the elder brother's sudden cry. So let's see what are the messages that we can take into our life through this poem. The first one is the great bond between the nature and the human life. In here, the speaker is saying goodbye for all the inanimate things, but not only for the human beings. The barn, the stack, and tree represent the sections of his life. The other one is the importance of the dedication towards the occupation. The barn is the storehouse. So if there is storehouse, there must be extra harvest. So in order to obtain extra harvest, the extra effort should be put off. So this implies the dedication towards the occupation lead to the successment of the occupation. And then other one is the consequences of sudden anger. So just because of the sudden anger, so just because of the sudden impulse, if a simple violent act is done, afterwards we have to bother about it. And then, so let's see what are the themes which is depicted through this poem. The first theme is the irreversible loss and finality. The lines in the poem like the farewell to barn, the stack and tree, before I come home, they actually imply the speaker's permanence farewell, not a temporary farewell. These lines blinks any hope of return. The second one is the indifference of people towards the human tragedy. The lines like, "'Tis time the hills were mourned, the rick will wait." So these lines show that the sun is still burning on the half-moon hill, and harvest is still waiting means there are no natural responses even for a murder. So other one is the silent maternal suffering. Silent lines like, "My mother thinks us lonely. She had 2 sons at the rising day, but tonight she will be alone." Actually, mom's suffering is emphasized through this line, and the dramatic irony in there deepens the tragedy. So let's see what are the literary devices in this poem. Okay, the first one is symbolism. The key quotations like barn and stack and tree, my bloody hands. The barn, stack and tree represent the stability of the root of life and the home. The my bloody hands represent the guilt that cannot be raised again. Actually, these inanimate form structures give actually realism to the poem. The irony, Key quotations like, my mother thinks us long away, but this time the field were mourn. So the irony means the contrast between what is actually happening and what a person thinks about it. In here, the mother thinks us everything is normal, but speaker knows truth. The other one is personification. The rip will wait, the fall will wait. The inanimate form structures are given human qualities. This suggests that even the land feels speaker's absence, realizing the sense of loss. Okay, the last one is, foreshadowing. Look your last at me, for I come home no more. Actually, these two lines give that it's not a temporary farewell, it's a permanent farewell long before the poem ends. The final one is the colloquial diction. And oh man, I come home no more. The informal talking pattern actually bring realism and emotional context to this poem. It is just like a real thing rather than a poetic performance. Thank you.
Aditya, can you please do me a favor? Switch on the camera, Pata. Switch on the camera. Can you please do me a favor? What am I going to ask from you? What do you think? Stop sharing your slides, darling. Aditya, where is he? How these other guys have keep your camera switch off? Hello? I didn't notice this. Keep everybody camera switch on. Pata, switch off your meme. Stop sharing, darling.
Okay, teacher.
Not yet. Still you are sharing. Okay. Now okay. Arita, put your hands down, Pata. Generally put your hand down. Do me a favor. What I'm going to ask from you? What do you think? I'm going to ask something from you. Any guesses?
Is it not good enough?
Huh?
Is it not good enough?
Is it the?
Not good?
Huh? Is it no? No. No. I am going to ask something from you. Do you guess anything that I need something from you? What it should be? What it could be? No any guesses? No idea. Your presentation. I need your presentation. What a presentation, man. It's amazing. Right? This is what exactly a professional presentation. You share that foreshadowing slides I show you. Foreshadowing one. Everything was like that. Not a particular one, but this was very effective. Right? If you can please play that slide which talk about the foreshadowing. His pictures, his point, his slide has only one line and a picture from somewhere else, but completely discuss the, here this one as well, colloquial diction. You see a man from the village side is teaching something to the young one. So that's what they have done. They have used a very simple diction, colloquial language when they are talking to the audience. See this one, foreshadowing. It's like it's a hint, it's a tip, it's a hint giving about the future. There is much more content on this slide, but it's very, very effective. Right? This is called the smartness to the extreme level. And the way you explain, I just love it. Come to this slide, Putta. The themes, the second theme of the poem. Personification, irony, literary devices, before that. Themes, guilt, before that. Consequences of sudden anger, before that. Yeah, this one. Importance of dedications to the second one, Putta. Second one. second picture. Just give, okay, this one. Importance of dedications towards the occupation. This is a highlighted theme in the poem, right? But if you do the AI generation, they will never mention this one. I mentioned this one during my explanation. You manually type this point, no, Puta? Arita? Am I right?
Yes, yes.
Yes, because this one will not be given by AI tools. Okay, they don't do that deep analyze. I did this one and he has included. There I realized how much he was into my explanation. Explanation හොඳට අහලා තියෙනවා. හොඳ explanation එකක් එයාගේ side එකේ දුන්නා. වැල් වටාරන්නේ නැහැ. අනවශ්‍ය දේවල් නැහැ. To the dot. මාර perfect. හරිද? එයාගේ අරිත, do me a favor, you share this presentation in our group. So all the others, please refer this presentation while you are preparing yours. කවුද අපේ අයන්දිගේ එකත් හොඳයි, මේක තවත් හොඳයි, හොඳටම හොඳයි. මෙන්න මෙච්චරයි තියෙන්න ඕනේ. point එකයි related picture එකයි. explanation by yourself. තේරුණාද? අරිත, I have 0 negative comments about yours. සාමාන්‍යයෙන් මම එහෙම එච්චර හොඳ මිනිස්සෙක් නෙමෙයි. මම කොහෙන් හරි මොන හරි දෙයක් හොයාගන්නව අඩුවක් කියන්න. But in yours I couldn't find anything because I was mesmerizing. You just mesmerized me. මාව නිකන් වශී කරලා දැම්මා. මම ඒ නිසා හැල හොල්මනක් නැතුව ඔයා කියපු දේ ඔයා පෙන්වන දේ බලාගෙන හිටියා. හරිම attractive presentation එක. මම ඔච්චරයි expect කරන්නේ. දැන් ඔයාලගේ අඩුපාඩු කියනකොට ඔයාලා හිතනවා ඇති මෙයා මේ අපේව Harvard University students ලව කියලා හිතන් ඉන්නවද මන් දන්නේ නැහැ. අරකයි මේකයි කියනවා කියලා. මගේ expectation එක හරිය simple. Understand? My expectation is very simple but to the dot. Dot එකට තියනවා. ඒ කියන්නේ ඔන්න ඔතන තමයි හරි presentation. දැන් අරිත කරපු එක ඔයාලා ආයේ බලන්න. මම වීඩියෝ එක රෙකෝඩින් දැම්මහම පුතාලා එකත් එක්කලා එයාගේ එකත් බලලා එතකොට ඔයාලා එහෙම තමයි අපි කම්පෙයාර් කරන්න ඕනේ. අපි කම්පිටිෂන් එකක් තියාගන්න ඕනේ, healthy competition එකක්. මගේ presentation එකේ plus points අනිත් එක්කෙනා ගන්න ඕනේ. එයාගේ තියෙන minus point මම මේ දේ කරන්න හොඳ නැහැ කියලා ඔයාගේ ළඟ ඔළුවේ තියෙන්න ඕනේ. තේරුණානේ? ඒකයි healthy competition එකක් කියලා කියන්නේ. අනිත් දැන් ඊළඟ දවසේ අරිතට වඩා තව එක්කෙනෙක් හොඳට presentation එක කරන්න try කරන්න. අරිත මොනවද use කරලා techniques, එයාගේ මොනවද මටීෂ appreciate කරේ, එයා මොනවද එතන කරලා තිබුණේ, ඒ දේවල් බලන්න. තේරුණාද? හරි. ඔයාලට හිතනවද ටීචර් ගොඩාක් expect කරනවා කියලා? ශේෂාන්, is that so? My expectations are over expectations.
Not in.
No, නෑ නේද? Limit හරිම simple නේද? නේ? Can't you do like this next time?
Okay.
Okay, right. හරි. ඊළඟට අපි යමු January. We'll move to the January. Where is she? January, are you there? අනේ මේ අහන්නකො. අරිත, 1 point එකක් ඔයා හදා ගන්න ඕනේ. මොකක්ද දන්නවද? ඔයාගේ sound device එක මොකක් හරි අවුලක් තියෙනවා. මොකක් හරි headphone, microphone එකක්, එහෙම නැත්නම් headphone එකක් ළඟ තියෙනවා නම් එහෙම මොනවා හරි දෙයක් arrange කරගන්න පුතේ. next class එකේදී පුතා කියන දේ මම හරි අමාරුවෙන් ඇහුවේ. හරිනේ? Generally ඔයාගේ virtual background එක remove කරලා ටක් ගාලා ready වෙන්න.
Madam, can you see the screen? Excuse me, madam, can you see the screen?
Yes. Yeah, go ahead, tell me. Okay, yeah. I have to spotlight her. පුතේ ඔයාගේ virtual background එක remove කරන්න. Remove your virtual background පුතා. Judith? Yes? Okay. Virtual background remove කරන්න. ඔයාගේ කැමරා එකේ angle එක චුට්ටක් පාත් කරන්න ඔයාව හොඳට පේන්න. මෙහෙම change කරන්න. පොඩ්ඩක් හොඳට අතා චුට්ටක්. තව පහත් කරන්න. තව ගොඩක් පහත් කරන්න ඕනේ. තව ගොඩක්. ගොඩාක් පහත් වෙන්න ඕනේ තව. ඒ ඇන්ගල් එක තව හැම ඒ කරපු විදිහටම තව පහත් කරන්නකො එතකොට හොඳට පේනවා. නැත්නම් ඔය චුට්ටක් පිටිපස්සට යන්න ඕනේ. පිටිපස්සට යනකොට මට ඇහෙයිද නැ. චුට්ටක් chair එක back එක ගන්න. Perfect. Right. Now okay. Go ahead.
Good evening, everyone. So today I will be presenting you a poem about a poem written by A. Housman, also known as Alfred Edward Housman. So, which is Farewell to Barn and Stack and Tree. So, in this presentation, I will be guiding you through an analyzation of Farewell to Barn and Stack and Tree by A. Housman. Then we'll explore the poem's structure, themes, and technical literary devices. So, before giving you an introduction to the poem, I would like to talk about the background of the poem, which is Shakespeare Lad, which is a collection of 63 poems by the English poet Alfred Edward Housman. So this collection was published in 1896, originally titled the book The Poems of Terence Hessery, referring to a character there, but changed the title at the suggestion of his publisher. However, the name of the Terence appears as a character in his poems. So this over here is A. Housman, and if you want, you could read out his details. So, however, the poems are set in a half-imaginary pastoral Shirosphere, the land of lost content, and Housman wrote most of them before visiting the country. He described the transience of love and youth in simple, unknown language that many critics of the time thought old-fashioned. Housman had the influence of some of the sonnets of William Shakespeare and the Scottish ballads. Poem Farewell to Barn and Stack and Tree is one of the poems included in the collection of a Shakespeare Lad. Terence is a fictional character, and he is a young man who lives on a farm in a rural Shakespeare and tells us stories which are very dark and depressing ones about his own life and his neighbors. So next, I would like to give you a analyzation of the stanzas. Stanza number 1. Farewell to barn and stack and tree. Farewell to seven show. Terence, look your last on me, for I come home no more. So the speaker lives, according to this stanza, the speaker lives in a rural agricultural background. Therefore, he could be a farmer. The opening lines reveal that the speaker has decided to leave the place, wishing goodbye to the inanimate things like barn and stack and tree. Barn and stack are associated with farm. Barn is the storehouse of the agricultural products, and stack is the heap of hay of the harvest. Tree is a symbol of nature, and in the second line, the poet takes a leaf of the shore of the river Severn Shore, which is the Britain's longest river. Thus, it is obvious that the speaker lives in the countryside where the river flows. In the third line, the speaker takes leave of Terence, who may be his inanimate friend in the village. The last line suggests that the that he does not wish to come back home. Hence, we feel curious of the speaker's sudden decision to leave his village. And then we come to the next stanza. The sun burns on the half-moon hill. By now the blood is dried, and Morris amongst the hay lies still, and my knife is in his side. This stanza makes out our doubt clearer, and it means that a murder has committed by the speaker, which means he has killed Morris, and he still lies among the hay. And it's the daytime, and that the sun is hot and burns on the half-moon hill. The speaker may have killed Morris while mourning the harvest in the field, and now the blood is dried due to the hot sunshine. And then the speaker provides a witness for his murder because his knife is on his side of the dead body. It is therefore evident that he has committed the murder of Morris by stabbing him with a knife. Again, we feel curious of knowing the reason for this killing. We also feel like to know who this Morris is. And then there's stanza 3. My mother thinks us long away. This time the fields are more. She had 2 sons that rising day. Tonight she'll be alone. This stanza clears our doubt about the relationship between the speaker and Morris. They could be brothers because the speaker says his mother had 2 sons. And it's ironic that his mother would think that her sons have been away for a long time to finish harvesting. Further, it is more ironic that the mother had 2 sons in the morning, but tonight she will have none. One is already dead and the other one is ready to leave the village. Stanza number 4. And here's a bloody hand to shake, and the old man says a goodbye. Will spread no more on sky and rain, my bloody hands and I. Again the speaker addresses his friend Terence. He has a guilty conscience for being a fratricide, which means killing your own brother. He is worried that he has to wish his friend goodbye, shaking with his bloody hand, which he killed his brother. He is aware of the fact that his bloody hands will always be a part of him. And then no matter how long or how far he goes away, he will never be able to escape from his guiltiness. He feels very sad and sad as he can work in the field no more with his friend using the agricultural implements like scythe and rake. And then there's the next stanza. I wish you strength to win your pride, and I'd love to keep you clean, and I wish you luck. Come on tonight at racing on the green. The speaker brings series of wishes to his friend. He wishes his friend's strength to have pride on himself. It implies the irony that the speaker has gained only the disgrace for himself due to this fratricide. The second wish for his friend to have a lover to make him pleased. Its implication is to have pure love for him without any misunderstanding, faithfulness, and so on. It's evident that the speaker did not have a faithful lover. So that the woman whom the speaker loved would not have been faithful. The speaker and his brother would have loved the same woman, and they would have had a dispute over this romance triangle. Lampside is the village harvest festival that the village men and women get together. So the speaker wishes his friend to have luck to find a faithful woman at the harvest festival and continue his life in the village surrounded by green scenery, which, however, the speaker lost the luck. Thus, the speaker is saying his final farewell He will not go home to his faith's mother. Perhaps he does not have enough time, since he must leave quickly to evade the law. Then there's stanza number 6. Sorry, the final stanza. Long for me the brick will wait, and long will wait the fourth, and long will stand the empty plate, and dinner will be cold. Although the speaker is not willing to leave the village, the present situation may compel him to leave the village. He is highly worried as he has to give up the work in the field. He thinks that the brick will wait long for him. There will be no one to look after the farm animals like sheep. Here, which is a synonym to the fold. Therefore, he thinks that all his farm animals will wait long for him. The plate he used to have dinner will also be empty, and dinner will be cold without him. So thus these lines reveal the pathos of the lonely man, his lonely mother, and once happy domestic life destroyed by the narrator's whole deed. And then we jump into the literary devices. So the literary devices, there are two main devices mentioned here. One is imagery. So we get a lot of visual imagery throughout the poem. For example, farmland with barns, stack and tree, stack walls, fields, and so on. The seventh row, Morris lies dead among the hay and the killer's knife near the dead body. The harvest festival lamps to die. And then Terence listens to the speaker with a sad mood due to this tragedy. And then so on. Then there's the next literary device, which is irony. So this is for ironic. This is irony that love is blind and the lovers cannot understand what true love is. They become too much selfish and even forget their brotherhood. When they understand the reality, they are too late. In the poem, the speaker loses his own brother, the mother, the friend, then Terence, and also the young woman whom they loved, whom they actually both loved. We need love for living, but not for dying, right? So then the mother of the speaker had two sons at the rising day in the morning, but it's ironic that she will be alone without the two sons. And at the end of the day, it will be really an unbearable situation for the mother to face. So it is ironic that even the young woman who loved both of them, the speaker and his brother, Morris, loses both of them, and then because of her lose morals. And then she will be subjected to humiliation, and then the village, humiliation in the village, and then so that she will find it difficult to live there. So then especially the speaker wishes Terence to find a partner, a true love, to keep him clean and bring him pride. And it's ironic that the speaker's partner is faithless and brought him only disgrace. So short devices nearby the stanzas were alteration. For an example, farewell to seventh show, and then consonant, and more example, and more is amongst the hay like hill. Assonance is and a lovely and a love to keep you clean. And then there's the summary. So in short, the poem teaches us that home and nature are very precious and should be valued while we are with them. It shows that change and living are a nature of part of life, even though they can be painful. So the poem also reminds us that memories of familiar places stay in our hearts forever, helping us to grow as we move forward. So, so to finish off my presentation, I have found a simple short video related to the poem. Let me show it to you. Excuse me, madam, can you hear me?
A well to bond.
I can hear the sound but not the video. We can't see the video but we can hear it.
And stuck in farewell.
Wait a minute. No, madam, can you see it?
Yes, we can hear. We can see.
A well to barn and stuck in tree. Farewell to Seven Shore. Terence, look your last at me, for I come home no more. The sun burns on the half-moon hill. By now the blood is dry, and Maurice amongst the hay lies still, and my knife is in his side. My mother thinks us long away. 'Tis time the field were mown. She had 2 sons at rising day. Tonight she'll be alone. And here's a bloody hand to shake, and oh man, here's goodbye. We'll sweat no more on scythe and rake, my bloody hands and I wish you strength to bring you pride, and a love to keep you clean. And I wish you luck come Lammaside, racing on the green. Long for me the rick will wait, and long will wait before, and long will stand the empty plate, and dinner will be cold.
Voice is simply faster.
Very good. Very good, generally. Very good. If I mention one negative point in yours, bit lengthy, rather than that, everything is perfect, right? Everything is perfect. I told Shania not to recite the poem at the beginning, but the way you recite it, I really like it, because what you did there, you brought that voice variation. ඔයාගේ explain mode එක ටක් ගාලා ඔයා convert කරනවා recitation mode එකට with feelings and with expression. This was really nice. ඒක හරි ලස්සනයි බලාගෙන ඉන්නකොට අර attention එක ගොඩක් grab කරලා තියාගන්න පුළුවන්. You can grab the attention from the audience. It was really nice. Hereafter, make sure your presentation don't last more than 5 minutes. ඔයාලට මට නවත්තන්න මැදි නවත්තන්න කියන්න බෑනේ පුතේ. හැබැයි පුතාලාගේ එක presentation එකට 15 minutes වගේ ගත්තාම අපිට presentations ගන්න විතරක් දවස් 2-3ක් යනවා. එතකොට අපිට syllabus cover කරලා වැඩ කරගන්න අමාරුයි. ඒ නිසා පුතාලා 5 minutes maximum 7 minutes යන්නම එපා. 7 minutes කියන්නේ extremely high. But if you can finish off your presentation within 5 minutes, please as a help do it. තේරුණානේ? එහෙම නැතුව ගත්තොත් මට ඔක්කොම cover කරගන්න බැරුව යනවා. හරියට ඕකේ එන්නේ නැතුව යනවා. Right? Generally I can't see your face. Generally that is the only negative point I can mention in yours, and I love the way you did your presentation. I think you coming from a English speaking background? At home you speak in English? Oh, generally, can you hear me? Am I audible, Putta?
Yes, ma'am.
Can't hear. Right. Mama henna the generally can mukuta henna. Maybe she is very fluent in her language, right? She is very fluent. So please reduce the time duration. Only the duration was the problem. Rather than that, everything was super perfect, right? Who is going to present? I can give opportunity to another two people. Raise your hand. Noor. Mohammed Noor, you got the presentation?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, very good. Shah, good boy. Then I can trust you. What you have told is true, right? So hereafter, when you previous day night, organize your things, right? Okay, may lower your hand, Putta. How can I lower the hand? Okay, right. Go ahead.
Hello, I'm Mohammed Noor and I'm here to present you about the poem and the poem Farewell to Barn and South Country by A. Housman. Let's first talk about the poem. He was educated in the Oxford University. He was born in Worcestershire, England, although he was brilliant. He failed some exams due to personal struggles, but he later became a respected professor of Latin at Cambridge University. He was known for his famous poem, Social He always wrote a collection of elegy poems on rural life, youth, and loss. Poems he has wrote. Some poems he has wrote. A Shakespeare lad and to an athlete dying young, etc. The summary of the poem. This poem is about a person who says his final goodbyes to the place he loved because he confesses to his friend Terence that he killed his brother Morris due to a dirty love, and later on he leaves everything to that. Due to this murder, he is forced to leave and never come back home. He says his final farewell to his friend Terence. His departure also symbolizes both exile and loss. The main theme of the narrator, guilt and loss. Because he killed his brother, he has to run away, and his crime has destroyed his life, his family, and his future. And his loss, farewell not just to people, but to his places, routines, and his identity. Everything known is lost: farm work, community, and celebrations, home. The main theme of the poem. It shows how a single moment of an act of violence can change everything. It contrasts beauty of nature with inevitability of loss. It emphasizes how quick actions have lasting emotional consequences. It is an example of how simple language can express deep human experiences. Some key things we might have missed during the poem. Barn State Country. It symbolizes it represents home, memory, and stability. Knife and blood. It symbolizes violence and irreversible guilt. Empty plate and cold dinner. Time passes without it, but life continues. But legs lacks completeness. Lammastak is a festival, is a harvest festival which he can never be part of again. The highlighted stanzas. In the first stanza, travel to barn and stack country. It represents separation from everything known. And seven short, this gives a livelihood and says that the poem, this action is taken place in the English countryside. The second stanza, police or law is not mentioned, but murder of Maurice is. This action changes his life forever. In the fifth stanza, the speaker wishes Terence a good life, strength, love, luck, which he has not. He has not got. If he has not got contrast, he can never be clean again. Guilt remains inside of him. Final conclusion of the poem. Travel to barn and stack country. It's a deeply emotional poem where poet uses a rural setting to explore guilt, loss, identity, and tragic consequences of one irreversible act. But we still don't know whether he turned himself to the police or just vanished to hide after the crime he has done. But we know that he will never return. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much, Noor. I hope like you have already prepared the presentation and done the preparation yourself, no? So today you won't be able to change it. Suddenly when I tell you, you won't be able to customize and change what you have prepared so far. I hope next time while you are doing your presentation, whatever the points I have included, whatever the expectations I am having in me, will be included in yours, right? Okay, එහෙම වෙනස් කරගනී කියලා හිතනවා. Thank you so much for the ones who have done your presentation. Next Friday මට time තිබුණොත් මට හිතුණොත් මම අහනවා. ෆාරා නිල්නෙතු ලිස්ට් එකක් ඉන්නවනේ අද කරන්න බැරි වෙච්ච. ඔය ලිස්ට් එක මට හිතුණු ගමන් මං ගන්නවා. හරිද? මම කියන්නේ මේ දවස කියලා. ෆාරා නිල්නෙතු කිසර සුබේෂිකා ඔය ටික ඒ ටික මට හිතන වෙලාවට මම අරගෙන කවර් අප් කරගන්න දානවා. එහෙම නැතුව එක්සැක්ට්ලි මේ දවසේ කරන්න කියලා නෑ. ඒ කියන්නේ මම මට අදාළ ලෙසන් එක කරලා අතරමඟදී including you ඔයාලගේ presentations ටික ගන්නවා. presentations ගන්නෙ මගේ උවමනාවට නම් නෙමෙයි. ඔයාලට මොනවා හරි quality එකක් add කරන්නයි. ඒක තේරුම් ගන්න presentation එක teacher වෙනුවෙන් prepare කරන්න එපා. පුතාලා වෙනුවෙන් prepare කරන්න. පුතාලගේ improvement එකට prepare කරන්න. පුතාලගේ future එක හිතලා prepare කරන්න. Don't do anything for me. This is not for me. මම ඔයාලගේ presentations අරගෙන ගිහිල්ලා මට සල්ලි හම්බෙන්නේ නැහැ. තේරුණානේ? මට මේකට තව poem එකක් මම t-shirt මේ explain කරොත් එහෙම yes, Noor, yes, Noor. If time remains, yes, පුතේ. මට තව poem එකක් කරලා syllabus ඉවර කරලා ටක් ගාලා මම syllabus එක ඉවර කරා කියලා කියන්න පුළුවන්. මම මේ extra effort එකක් ගන්න පුතාලගේ වෙනුවෙන් ඒක තේරුම් ගන්න ඒකට වැඩ කරන්න. තේරුණාද? Right. So God bless you. Good night. We will meet on Friday. God bless you.
Thank you. Goodbye.
God bless you, teacher. Thank you, teacher.
Bye, teacher.
Excuse me, teacher.
Yes, darling.
Teacher, I'm not in the group, teacher.
You have to add yourself through the LMS. You go to the LMS, see my subject in front of the WhatsApp group link is there. Just next to my subject, you will be able to get the WhatsApp group link.
Thank you, teacher.
You're welcome. Right, Pute.